Hey guys, we're going to take a quick look at Husky's Magnetic Torx L-Key set. It's a security Torx, so it's got the hole in the middle, so you can do either regular Torx fasteners or security fasteners. All right, so the 9 Torx L-Keys come in a little holder. It's got T10 through T50, and you can see it goes 10, 15, 20, 25, 27, 30, 40, 45, and 50. And they're, all pretty much laid out the same, just the different sizes and diameters. From the largest to the smallest. Now, the short arm of each of these has a security Torx key, which means, you've got that little nub on the fastener that it fits over, and you can unscrew a security Torx as well as a regular Torx. And the only downside to that is that it's not quite as strong if you're using regular Torx. You've got that cutout in it. The long arm on each of these has a magnet embedded in it, which I think is a little bit gimmicky, especially the execution on this is a little bit sloppy. If you look at this magnet isn't even set in there flush. It's kind of crooked and it sticks out the bottom, so you can't get it all the way into your fastener head. And the magnets aren't super strong. The bigger one is adequate strength, I'd say. The smaller ones right here, you can see that little tiny magnet in there. I don't even know why they bothered, because it will barely pick up a fastener if it's lying on the bench. No way it's going to pull it out of a hole that it's been threaded into once you've got it unthreaded. So I really would prefer, instead of inserting these little rare earth magnets they've got in here, that they would have just left it security Torx on both sides. And you know what? They've got magnetizers, demagnetizers that you can, pass a tool through if you want to magnetize it. And they're only a couple bucks. So I would have rather gone that way than putting magnets in the ends. So anyway, one of the reasons I got this is I have been making do with a set of hex bits with Torx heads on them. But when you've got a really deep well to go into, those don't work. So most of my tools use Torx fasteners to hold them together, and if I want to take them apart, I've got to have a Torx key. So whenever I'm troubleshooting, or if I just want to see how it works, when I'm weird like that, now I have a Torx key that I can open these up with. And I'll go ahead and show you the weakness of the magnet. All right, so this is spinning. This is free of where it was at, and I can't pick this up. Oh, there we go. Okay, that took me like 5 tries to get it. If it's sitting by itself, there we go. And the bigger one, of course, is actually useful. But for these little ones, I don't even know why they bothered with a magnet. They should have just left this so you can do security Torx on the other end. So that's the one big complaint I have about it. Otherwise, these are a pretty decent set. They're made out of S2 steel. That's a tool steel, and it's harder than chrome vanadium and most of the other tool steels that they use to make Allen keys or Torx keys or things like that. The downside is it's harder, but the downside is it is more brittle. But I think that's actually playing to the customer on this fact, because it's got Husky's lifetime guarantee, and probably what they're not going to guarantee is if you get a little bit of wear on these edges, and it's not broken really, but it's just worn. Well, if it's a harder tool, it's less likely to wear like that, and it's more likely to outright break. And if it outright breaks, you can take it back to Home Depot and they'll give you a brand new one. It's the Husky hand tool lifetime guarantee. So I think S2 was an excellent choice for the customer. Maybe not so much for Husky if these end up shattering and I go back and get a free one. But that's just, a trip to the store for me versus, dealing with a worn out tool over a long period of time. All right, so overall, I'm not terribly impressed with this set. Really, the only thing it's got going for it is the price is pretty good. S2 tool steel is good, and Husky's lifetime warranty. But I'd really rather see a set that doesn't have these little wimpy magnets on the ends, Maybe the whole thing was magnetized or just not magnetized at all. These in the ends right here feel a little gimmicky, and you can't use the long end for security torques. This kind of gets a meh from me. I mean, lifetime warranty is great, but really I'd prefer no magnet in these ends and a security Torx bit on both sides. Alright, so hopefully this review was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments section below, and once again, don't forget to subscribe.